This is a series of videos on fractions. This is the second video. This video is all about mixed and improper fractions. So let's begin about what is a mixed number and what is an improper fraction. So if you remember, mixed numbers include a whole number and then a fraction. So the reason why I'm breaking apart the word fraction is because fraction has two syllables. So it's kind of easy to remember. A whole is one syllable. So it has a whole and then it has two fractions. So remember, one whole and fraction. So let's look at mixed numbers. If I gave you the picture that looks something like this, and I colored in these parts of the fractions, I know that there is one entire shape that is shaded in. So that means that's my one whole. Well, then in the second one, there's only one that's shaded. So that is going to be my numerator. And there are three parts in the shape, and that's my denominator. So I know that I have one whole and 1/3. So let's look at another one. Alrighty, let's look and see how many holes do we have? How many entire shapes are shaded? Well, there's 1 and 2. So that means that our whole number would be 2. And how many shapes are shaded in this shape is 1, 2, 4, 5. So I know there are 5 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total. So I have 2 and 5 eighths. So with mixed numbers, we can create improper fractions. And we can also create improper fractions into mixed numbers. So let's look at that. Let's take our first example, which was a shape that looked something like this. And we said that there was one whole and 1/3. And that is our mixed number. Well, now that we look at an improper fraction, we always look at the denominator first. So if there are 3 parts in a shape, that means that the denominator is 3. 1, 2, 3, and 3. Now we want to look at the total number that are shaded. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 total pieces shaded out of 3, which is our denominator. And 1 and 1/3 equals 4/3. So now I'm going to draw a shape and I want you to pause the video and I want you to find both the mixed number and the improper fraction. So here is your shape. So I want you to find the improper fraction and the mixed number. Great, welcome back. So I hope you paused and showed your work. If you didn't, go ahead and pause, answer them, and then come back in. If you have, let's go through it. So we know that there are how many pieces in one of these shapes? Well, there's 1, 2. So I know my denominator is always going to be 2 because there are 2 pieces in one of these shapes. With an improper fraction, we know that we're going to count all of our shaded pieces. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pieces shaded out of 2, which is our denominator. For a mixed number, we look at how many holes first. So there's 1 hole, 2 holes that are completely shaded, and then we have 1 piece out of 2 total pieces. So we have 2 and 1/2. Well, now that we've looked at mixed numbers and improper fractions through pictures, let's look at them through a number line. So on a number line, usually we would start with 0 and end at 1. But with mixed numbers and improper fractions, we're going to have more than just one whole number. So we are going to start at 0, but we might not end at 1. Let's say for this, we'll end at 3. So we have 3 whole numbers. Now, right now, I just want to go ahead and label this number line and show you all an example on how to label the number line. So I'm going to give an example of a fraction, and the fraction is going to be 6/5. Yes, this is an improper fraction. So we're going to see where 6/5 lands on the number line. Well, first we look at our denominator, and we know that the denominator is 5. So each one of these wholes is going to be divided into 5 pieces. So let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is my whole. So I have 5/5. That's 1 whole. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, another 5th. But this time we have 2 wholes. So if we have 1 whole, which is 5/5, plus another whole, which is 5/5, that means that 2 wholes is 10/5. So we have 10/5. Then if we have 3/5, well, we know that 2/5 is 10/5. So let's add another whole, and that would equal 15/5. So it's very important that we're always starting with the whole numbers. We need to make sure that we know where we're going. So if we start at 0, we know that it's 0/5 because 5 is our denominator. Then we begin. We have 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5. And then we have 5/5, which is 1 whole. Now from 5/5, we don't start back over at 1. We keep counting. So now we have 6/5, 7/5, 8/5, 9/5, 10/5. Look at there. After 10, we need to divide this one as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is our whole. And then we have 11/5, 12/5, 13/5, and 14/5. Then we end at 15/5, which is 3 wholes. So now we can look on our number line and see if we can find the fraction that I gave you earlier. So 6/5 is right here. We're not done yet because we need to find the mixed numbers. So we know that 0 to 1 is less than 1. So we won't have any mixed numbers ever in the 0 to 1. But let's begin with the whole number 1. So the whole number 1 is always standing within the ones. So if it's whole number 1, then 1 goes first. And then we begin our fraction pattern over again. So if we have 1 and 1/5, I can also show you on a picture. So if there are 5 pieces in our shape, and out of the 5 pieces, 6 of them are shaded. You tell me the mixed number. Well, we have 1 whole, and then we have 1 out of 6 shaded. So that's how we can find our mixed number as well. But let's continue with the pattern. So we have 1 and 1/5, 1 and 2/5, 1 and 3/5, 1 and 4/5. And then we have 10/5, or 2. That's our mixed number or proper fraction, which is 2. So now that we're in the 2, so 2 wholes, now 2 is going to be our first number. So we have 2 and 1/5, 2 and 2/5, 2 and 3/5, and 2 and 4/5. Okay, so we just found the improper fraction and the mixed number. Now let's see, if we have 6/5, then we can find that 1/5 would be our mixed number. Is that correct? If we have 1 out of 5, we have 1 and 1/5 we see in a picture here. So yes, it is correct. I'm going to give you one to do on your own. We first begin with the number line. And I will give you the whole numbers. And here's your fraction that I want you to find. Now that you know it's 7/5, we know that there's going to be 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2, 4. Go ahead, pause the video and solve it. Okay, welcome back. So our answer should be 1 and 2/5 or 7/5. Now I'm going to give you one and you will solve it and then we'll check it later, okay? So I am only giving you the number line starting at 0 and the fraction I want you to find. I'm sorry. There we go. Okay, so that's the fraction I want you to find. Now, how do we know how many wholes we have? Well, first we can either solve it with a picture or we can skip count. We know that 7 times 1 or 7/7 is 1 whole. So 7 times 1 is 7. Then we know if we have 2 wholes, then 7 times 2 is 14. And if we have 3 wholes, then 7 times 3 would be 21. So we already know that having 3 wholes is way too big because all we need to go to is 12. So what about if we have 2 wholes? Let's try it. If the multiplication confused you a little bit, let me show you in a picture. In a picture, we can color in our 12/7. So we know we're going to have 2 wholes because we have 2 shapes. So now I want you to go ahead, solve this, and then I'll give you the answer at the end. Now I've showed you my number line and our answer for 12/7. We can go to 12/7 and find that our mixed number would be 1 and 5/7. And you can look at the picture and see that yes, it is correct. 1 and 5/7. Continue watching for more on fractions.